Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Week 16 edition of Manz Maker, aka your mom's favorite DFS show. We are coming off a disappointing Week 15, a week where you assholes couldn't fill the Manz GPP. But this is a forward-looking show, and we have a truly prestigious guest joining me today. This is a man's with a measly 25 YouTube subscribers that I'm trying to help boost his exposure. This is a man's who once showered me half naked with $100 bills and loved every second of it. This is a man's who is now on record as being willing to eat a pube sandwich for $80,000. You know him. You love him. You want his lineup. Adam Levitanz, welcome to the program, my bro.
You know, the saddest part of this whole thing isn't that you continue this bit. It's that you send me the DM like an hour ago with like a list of topics to talk about the fucking slate. Nobody gives a shit about the slate with the Manz. I couldn't think of a more boring thing to talk about than the slate. That's not what we're going to talk about.
How many people have you helped win $1 million this year, Adam? Because everyone in the Manz chat, dude, my knowledge, do you know how many millionaires I have made on this show?
Turkish millionaires?
Excuse me? What did you say? Hey, well, first of all, I want to say, dude, where's your nog, bro? Where's your nog?
Yeah, I got the water here. I got a couple Snapples down there.
Yeah, dude, I heard you talking about your Snapple a day. We got to get you off that, dude. That's just pure sugar. If you're going to do sugar, it needs to be nog.
No, I know. I really do need your help once the season is over with my health. It's really a bad situation.
Yeah, dude, your boy Pete's getting the DEXA scan, dude. He's got a good thing going. You got to keep pace.
Yeah. You know, I did want to say I do feel bad that I sub-shamed you on the solo podcast.
Why?
I really did, because it wasn't even funny. I don't mind busting people's balls when it's funny. I did really feel bad because it wasn't even funny. It was just a straight shaming.
Dude, I mean, I deserve to be shamed. I mean, the Manz is a very cocky individual. I've also been making videos now for like 3 years, and I haven't even crossed 1,000 YouTubes, dude. Like, if you have a pair of tits right now and you start making poker vlogs, like with iMovie, you have 20,000 subscribers overnight. I've been at this for 3 years and haven't even crested 1,000.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, I know the poker vlogger you're talking about too. I've watched some of her videos. Exactly. I see why she has more subscribers than you. You know, at some point though, like I gotta think, like, doesn't your wife be like, oh, what are you doing? Like you spend all this time with these videos, and then she goes and watches them, and they have like 300 views. She's gotta be tilted.
Whoa. Everyone knows that within the Manz universe, I may or may not technically be married, but we have a very open relationship. And she is, you know, very supportive of me when I make videos or when I hook up with other women. So like, let's not worry about this, dude. Let's not worry about this. Yeah, dude. So look, I have a niche product. You talk a lot about niche. You're in the predictive analytics niche. I'm in the comedic predictive analytics niche, which is very lucrative.
I think I was just looking at your channel. I think the most watched video that you have is the one that you titled optimally, right? You titled it "Manz shoves all in on Jennifer Tilly." So if you get a celebrity in there, you get a hot chick in there, and then you get the words "shove all in," somebody might think it's porn. They click on it. Next thing you know, you have 20,000 views. That's the key, the titling.
It is true. It is true. I mean, that's why this video is titled Week 16 DFS Conviction Plays. That's what brings everybody in. No, that video, dude, I don't know if you saw the like to dislike ratio on that. That was a pretty polarizing video. A lot of people say the Manz is bad for poker. You know, what are your thoughts on this when people say something's bad for poker or bad for DFS? This sanctuary, this church where sanctified things happen, and then you have kind of characters like me just mucking it up.
I think people want characters in poker, actually, and they want characters in DFS, but they want them to be actual. Like, they want
be careful.
Like Sammy Farha was like a character, right? But that was like the way he actually was. A lot of these guys that play poker now, they have no personality. They have no character. They're just born. We don't need that. We need like the old school real gamblers, like the guys who aren't doing an act per se, but also the guys who aren't like, these German, guys who look like uncircumcised penises with their hoodies up to their necks and stuff like that,
Well, I'm going to cut up this clip and throw it in your face when I ship the main event this year, dude.
I hope you do. That would be fucking awesome.
Yeah, dude. Everyone loses their mind, when some hot chick runs deep in the main. Just wait until the fanfare when Manz makes a deep run, dude.
Yeah, shove all in on Jennifer Tilly.
Dude, I'm still tilted. I was really close to making a big splash in that 3K World Series of Poker. We're not going to get into bad beat stores. We're not going to get into poker. Let's actually talk what everyone wants to know. The Manz DFS Edge audition tape came out. It, sent the interwebs on fire. I mean, people clamoring for the Manz to be on the show right and left. And I'm starting to get a little concerned that we're entering my Swolecast audition tape territory where everyone thinks I wasn't serious and that I didn't actually want to be a cast member. I haven't gotten a call from you, not a call from Smiz, not a call from Pete, not from producer Luke, not the DK head honchos. What's the deal with my application right now?
That video was really something. Like, the best part is, like, speaking of like your wife, like she goes, let's go through the credit card bill for this month. Well, we bought a stuffed animal that looks like Jerry. We bought a map that looks like, we got a couch that looks like Adam's couch. What is this all this for? Oh, it's for a video that has a few hundred views, honey. It makes sense.
Well, let's just be glad that she didn't come home when I was naked rolling around with this stuffed animal. I really made sure she was going to be out for the full day when I was putting that tape together. That's for sure.
Look, you can for sure be on the show. I don't know if the 3-man is the right environment for you. But of course you can be on the show. I mean, yeah, we explore all of life's intricacies on the solo pod. You know that. And I think the Man's take is a take that I think might be necessary for a small segment of the population, most likely those who are like completely buried under crypto right now or something like that.
That's true. That's true. I mean, can you imagine where we were last year at this time, dude? We were all firing up our Coinbase accounts. We were learning what a Trezor was. We were buying shit coins. How the world has changed in 12 months.
Yeah, it turns out that we're going to need a lot of adoption here for there to be a turnaround, I think, and a store of value argument turned out to be somewhat invalid, I think.
Oh man, I read so many books about Bitcoin. I was so convinced the world was going to change and I was going to be its talisman leading us into the crypto revolution. I mean, speaking of what's up with Bales? I mean, is he holding on to his BNB? What's the KuCoin like? How is he staying afloat during these tough crypto times?
No, I think Bales got out at a pretty good time. I don't really know for sure, but yeah, I mean, the signs were on the wall. Let's say that, when people who have no inclination towards modern technology or business or gambling or financial stuff or anything, when those people are like all in on crypto, I think we knew there was going to be a bit of a problem.
There is one coin that has survived everything. You do know that, right?
I have mine.
Good. This is the one piece of crypto. It's like the cockroach of crypto. Not even the nuclear blast or bear recession can wipe it out. Man's coin lives eternal.
I remember you did that video where like you went to the college and tried to get them to you asked them about your physical crypto. I mean, think about how much time you'd put into this. It's unbelievable.
Dude, it's, you know what they say, Adam? They say do what you love and you'll never work another day in your life, And for me, that's trying to hawk my piece of physical crypto to kids with an IQ 100 times mine.
Yeah, I mean, what's I'm really curious what the end goal is here. Let's say Manz gets to 50,000 YouTube subscribers. Like, according to Doug Polk, and I watched some of these, I know you're boys with Doug Polk, I watched some of his videos, and he claims that his videos are getting like 200, 300,000 views, and he claims he's only making, obviously it's a promotional thing for his businesses, but he's only making from the YouTube stuff very little money, a few hundred or $1,000 or whatever. So what is the end game here for Manz? I'm genuinely curious.
Well, would you ever ask Bill Perkins what the end game is for him? Why is he streaming on a yacht. I mean, why is he doing any of this? The Thirst Lounge. I mean, I'm the Bill Perkins of our generation, dude. I have figured out life. I have cashed in for billions of dollars, and now I'm just doing what I love. I mean, it's similar to Smith's life, dude. I'm just doing. I don't have an end game, dude. I'm just living.
I see. I actually think, yeah, I think the Thirst Lounge is somewhat tax. I think he admitted to it being like somewhat tax. Like, yeah, obviously he loves it, but like, it's a write off, man.
Yeah, is that your same take on Chipotle Addict's big double down drive?
Yeah, I mean, obviously everybody contributes to charity at this time of year as a write off. It is what it is. Doesn't take away from the fact it's still going to charity.
That's true. That's true. No, I mean, it's hard to be cynical about that. It seems like a good thing. Although I say it's hard to be cynical, people find a way to be cynical. Okay, let's get caught up on some stuff in the chat here. We got Jason, is the stuff fake Jerry skin the fur comparable to the real Jerry? Adam actually took a restraining order out on me, so I'm not allowed within 100 miles of the real Jerry. So I actually don't know. Maybe I'll get Adam the stuffed animal and he can give us the breakdown. Do you have any read on that?
Oh God, you know, I can't believe you bought a Jerry. It's unbelievable. You should get yourself a real Jerry. You should get a dog.
Nah, dude, I don't want to deal with that stuff right now, dude. You can't pin down the Manz. I can't have a ball and chain. I got to be walking around and cleaning up its dog shit, dude. I mean, although a puppy would be really good for the ladies, I believe.
Oh yeah. There's businesses out there. This would be a good business for you to get into. I think you can rent a puppy for a couple hours and use it to like get chicks or cuddle with it or whatever you want to do and then give it back.
I think I might have told you this, but I was looking into getting an actual Labradoodle for the filming of the video. And then I was reviewing my script that called for me to roll around naked with a dog. And I was like, whoever's dog I borrow probably isn't going to be too happy with what I did with their puppy.
Oh God. Yeah. I would not be. Let's put it that way. Jerry would not be.
That's right. You know what people are talking about in the chat, and I have something I got to get off my chest for you. People are talking about gender labs. They want to know how they invest in it. Mm-hmm. What else do we have here? Here's the deal, people. Why are we letting Adam get away with this? Because at the end of the day, gender labs is just the front for Adam to watch people bone, so get his like pervy little rocks off under the guise of a business. Answer yourself, dude. Your two biggest bits are near bestiality and watching people bone. And that is what you're trumpeting to your 100,000 Twitter followers. This is the greatest trick the devil has ever pulled. How did you do this?
Yeah, those are two of my big bits. I think Team Sex has come on recently and been a big bit for me also this season, kind of getting away from Team Germaphobe. Yeah, look, if you guys want to invest in gender labs, I can't let you in on the in-home consultations. Only my verified consultants such as myself can be there for the in-home consultations, but we are doing our Series C round soon. And yeah, you know, we will open our funding up to the public. Obviously, this is $1 billion idea. Think about how many people like in China, all these places where they're really trying to optimize for gender, all these situations need this. Not to mention the athletic stuff that I talked about in the last podcast. Do we know if sex within 24 hours or 48 hours of an athletic event makes you better or worse? All these things. This is all important material that the R&D team needs to get to. And yeah, I mean, look, like this business, you know.
Answer the question: are you watching people bone?
Well, it's science, it's research. It's science.
Okay. Yeah. Are you like, how professional is this? Is this like Masters of Sex? You're behind like a double mirror observing them for scientific purposes? Are you in there hooting and hollering and making actual adjustments? Like the guy who goes to the girl on the golf course and was like, let me help you with your swing here. And you're just kind of, you know, right up on her.
Well, when it's time for the actual act, I do get in there close because I need to have my ruler and my protractor and stuff to correct the angles so that we make sure we have the optimal angles for what we're trying to accomplish. But it's all science. I mean, it's not, there's no hooting and hollering. This is all very professional.
Okay, so you're asking me how my quote unquote wife feels about all of this. How does your wife feel about you quote unquote getting in there hooting and hollering for science?
I don't think she cares, man. I gave her two babies, and she couldn't care less about me anymore. It's over. You know what I mean, man? So it's all. I can do anything.
I was gonna say, it's all over when you said you'd eat a pube sandwich for 80,000. That was the moment I had to pause the podcast, and I was like, Adam's hit rock bottom, because the old Adam would be like, no way, I wouldn't do it for $1 million. You couldn't pay me enough. And now you're like throwing out a reasonable chunk of change that I could probably raise with GoFundMe. I mean, GoFundMe, there's $5 million already raised to build a wall.
11, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I can raise 80K for you to eat a shit sandwich on Periscope.
I wouldn't eat a shit sandwich for like anything.
Oh no, sorry, pube sandwich.
Yeah, see, pube doesn't bother me as much. Like, I don't know, man. I'm crazy. Certain things bother me a lot. Certain things don't bother me that much. I don't think pube sandwich is that bad. I would need like 10, 50 million to eat a shit sandwich. Pube sandwich, I don't think is that bad. Maybe it's a bad take. I don't know.
I'm definitely clipping that one up. It just isolated to, I don't think a pube sandwich is that bad. Just on loop. Producer Luke, please pull that for us here. Skyfish says a man's pube would be way more expensive, Adam. Yeah, what if it's someone's pubes that you know? Or would you prefer it to be someone's pubes that you know?
No, I don't think I'd want it to be someone that I know, but I don't want it to be some like disgusting slob either. You know what I mean?
See, I just want to pull people back behind the curtain here. Although actually, I think you referenced it. I sent over Adam the show sheet. I was ready to do our typical stuff, sneaky shootout. And Adam's like, no, we're not talking about the slate. And what did I say? I said, your funeral. And now we're getting into the particulars of whose pubes you're eating. You did this to yourself.
Yeah. I mean, look, you can ask the chat. How many people are in chat now? Like 8, 10, 12, something like that?
82, bruh.
Ask them if they want to talk about this stupid slate. No, nobody cares. Chat, nope. If you actually want to talk about the slate, let us know. I mean, I'm not doing it anyways, but I'm convinced nobody actually wants to hear about the slate.
You don't want to see me do my J Manz to win impersonation?
Yeah, I do want to see that actually.
Okay. It's like, yeah, there's really only 3 quarterbacks I'm considering in cash. And I think you can play Zay Jones, Isaiah McKenzie, and LaShawn McCoy with Josh Allen this week. That's about all I got.
That's good.
Thank you. What was I going to ask you? Oh, yeah, people are wondering about Broathlon Part 3, the third edition. Adam, I would say your spirits the first Broathlon were very dejected, very resigned, I don't want to be doing this. Last year, though, basketball, there was a little pep in your step. You could see the little Adam Levitanz from high school who played basketball, his eyes lighting up, getting into it. Where do you stand on a potential threequel?
Yeah, I mean, I love basketball, man. My skill set is very narrow, right? Like racket sports and basketball. That's basically it. Football, I'm trying dead. Baseball, I'm trying dead. Anything. I actually think I like to play roller hockey a lot, but like if we do a home run derby, like I am drawing stone dead to hit 1 home run, literally.
I do know that this is probably a problem when I floated the baseball idea, and I'm with you. I suck at baseball. And Pete was just like, yeah, let's do it. Sounds great. We're going to get hustled by him again, which was your concern with the basketball, and which proved true mainly because of my own cockiness and stubbornness. I mean, have you seen a more epic fail than me punting away my own Broathlon basketball event?
The problem was, I mean, it was pretty clear that too many of the events centered around shooting. And yes, shooting is a big part of basketball, but I mean, you know, Peter is not that mobile due to whatever in his Achilles situation. So yeah, I mean, there needed to be more mobile events because him just shooting, I mean, he's like ridiculous. So I knew as soon as I saw the list of events that we were in big trouble. He's a ridiculous shooter. If we would have done more athletic events, I think then the rest of us would have had a better chance to win.
Oh, and more drinking events. I think that's where we really needed to get Pete was a little more liquored up.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah.
The thing is me and Bales are the ones that are game for all the drinking. You have like 1.5 sports you're willing to play. And Peter has like 5 that he's like low key, like near professional level at. And it just puts us in a very tough spot. So, I mean, I don't know what kind of sport, or it has to have a theme, you know?
it doesn't have to be one sport though, right? Why couldn't we do like a few different events? Like, we did the beer mile, and then we could also do a basketball thing, and maybe like a tennis thing where we hit our serves as hard as we can, and people try to get them back.
Oh God. Now you're talking about drawing dead, dude. Didn't I try to help you warm up for your Brandon Adams prop bet? And I think it was one of the most disastrous things. I couldn't even get the balls back to you.
Yeah, I hope to get some more tennis props. If anybody out there wants to do some tennis props, and you're willing to actually play, and yeah, I mean, to me, tennis bets are the absolute best. There's nothing better. I'm looking to get the double bagel bet against Bass, the guy I played in the frying pan. I want to get like 10-1 on double bagel. He always does that bet with Brandon, and Brandon's yet to get a game off him. And Brandon gets like 3-1 or 4-1. So I'm looking for like 10-1 to get a game off. Bass, but I think it's a fun bet.
Did you see the I don't know who he's playing against? You see the Phil Hellmuth tennis prop?
Yeah, that was great. Those serves were even hard. Like, yeah. I don't understand. The guy was like kind of, I mean, they had a lot of spin on them, but like 80 miles an hour serve is not hard to get one back. I can't believe that was a bet.
Dude, Philly Hellmuth runs so pure, man. I witnessed him 5 tequilas deep in the pouring rain on a crooked hoop in a dark parking lot in Pittsburgh, just drain a 3 with no warm-up for $10K and like 10 bottles of whiskey. I mean, this dude, he's a fucking legend, dude.
He's like the real life Manz. Like, he actually has this attitude of the real life Manz.
Dude, he's a great Instagram follow too. Last night he dude, he can never not sneak in like the biggest brag into a caption. Right. He was like at some restaurant in the Aria with his mom, and he's like, I've had the pleasure of staying at the Aria for 730 plus nights. And I'm like, that is such a specific number that we don't need the 730 plus. It's either 700 plus nights or it's 730. Anyways, it's just Phil Hellmuth, dude. Hashtag positivity. Hashtag nice life, dude.
He's a legend, but that's what I'm saying about poker. Like, that's really him. Yeah, he's a character, but that's really him. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what poker needs. And I don't think Manz is bad for poker, but I think the thing that can bring poker back would be more guys like Hellmuth and guys like that.
Gee, dude, what a bad take, dude. What a bad take. You just said that the Manz is bad for poker, and you want more Phil Hellmuth.
I didn't say Manz is bad for poker. I said it's not bad for poker.
Good. You know what's bad for poker? Levitan sitting at the main, not talking to anyone with his hoodie pulled up, right, doing the Vogelsang condom hoodie move, not talking. You're the problem, dude. You're one of those grinders.
You're 100% right. I can't face talking to people though, especially when I'm playing. There's no way. So yeah, no, you're 100% right.
That's what you haven't. You need to go deep into the speech play lab, dude.
Yeah, you should have that guy on, the speech play guy, William Kassouf. You know who I'm talking about?
Oh yes, I do. Of stealing roulette chips fame.
Right.
That Will Kassouf. Man, what a scumbag, dude. What a scumbag. Okay, what do we got going on here? Oh, I was listening to the solo pod. I heard you reference you played 30 GPP lineups last week. Are you coming over to the dark side, my friend?
No, it was just a special thing for a special event that was going on another site. So I thought it was a really, really good spot and a really, really good tournament. Unfortunately, Lenny Fournette, just fat fuck, just doesn't play the second half and just fucking bends me over. So yeah, I mean, it didn't go that well, but I thought actually I do like making like 20 to 30 teams by hand for tournaments that are like mid stakes, somewhere between like 100 and 300. I think that's actually meaningful and fun. Making like 50 lineups for the Millie Maker or whatever at like a $10 buy-in, like it's just I'd rather just forget it. I'm just drawing so dead.
That's right. I mean, yeah, you need to stay in your lane, dude. Stay in your little cash game. And like this is the trick you're trying to do this year. You're trying to pat yourself on the back for playing these ceiling plays in cash. You're like, I'm not just playing 40% plays anymore, guys. They're 40% owned, but they have a ceiling. Pat me on the back.
That's going to be Robbie Anderson this week. Everybody's going to be like, Robbie Anderson's going to be so owned. But anyways, I was pissed that the GPP didn't go off this week. You thought you'd get 100 people in there. And I actually think I might have had a chance to win it this week. I don't know what the winning score would have been, but I would have definitely cashed at least. And I never cash in the Manz GPP.
No, actually, you do. You do cash. You know how DraftKings does that like leaderboard thing? I see your dumb name and avatar up there in the top 5 forever, and it tilts me to no end. So yes, you do sometimes, and a lot of times cash, and you throw in your cash game lineup, and all of my influence fans are doing these Sam Darnold to Elijah McGuire stacks, and we're bricking out, and you're just laddering up with this shit high floor lineup. Okay, it's bullshit, is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a chance to play a 50-person GPP with guys with a floor of 0, you have to take it.
Hey, everyone who's watching this right now that plays in the Manz GPP, don't have any illusions that Adam is doing this to be a part of a great community, to have fun. We've listened to this cold, calculated killer say, I only play things where I have an edge. It's why I don't play roulette or blackjack, because it kills me to not have an edge. So when you put your lineup in, he's scrolling down those names. He's seeing all those little badges with hardly any lines and arrows on it. And he's like, oh yeah, gonna get Jerry some duck treats with this cash game lineup. Just admit it.
Yeah, I'm looking for the best action, and the best action is oftentimes in some of these private games. What do you want me to say?
You're like the Dos Equis dude. I don't always play GPPs, but when I do, it's with Manz's fans. Or on Yahoo when they're giving away $300,000. We're not saying that site name.
Yeah, how rich. Yeah.
Shout out DraftKings. Dude, someone was asking about a prop bet. They wanted to do a Manz Adam Levitanz sit-up prop bet. I mean, I'm in. What do you want to do?
Yeah, you're in. Oh God, I would need I don't even know how many I would need, and also judging sit-ups can be hard because there's so many angles, things you can do with your legs and stuff like that. So, a lot of these fitness bets that we do, it's hard to. That's why we've done the mile so many times. Like that's one thing that's super easy to judge, to track, to train for. Like even the pull-ups, you were the judge of the pull-ups between Bales and Peter, and there's always controversy. Like the pull-up bet against Peter I had, there was controversy about how high he went versus how high I went, etc. So yeah, I want to do fitness props, but I want them to be real simple and straightforward and no questions about form and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, that is tough. I would actually say sit-ups might be a little easier than plank. Plank is where you get real ambiguous with, I could just see you with your little tushy, arched way up in the air, right. Just trying to carve out any edge. But I would be interested in a fitness prop, but I just don't know what it would be without you drawn dead, my dude.
Oh, the line would have to be ridiculous. It would have to be we could run a mile and give me 2 minutes or something like that.
Oh, get out of here, dude. Although I will say one of my more impressive, talk about just killing the gambling Olympics, dude. Not only did I carry you to a 3rd place team finish, I'm finding you guys or Bales a track so he can beat off and then run a mile. And in the meantime, I get challenged, or perhaps I made the challenge myself, to run 400 meters cold, no warming up, under a minute. And Manz isn't some high school track star. I know it looks like that and everyone just assumes, but no, dude. And I banged that shit out. 59 and a half seconds. Your draw was dropped. That's how impressed you were, huh?
Yeah. That was insane, actually. Even the track team practicing there was there's no way he's gonna make it, but they don't know what this intermittent fasting can do. They don't know that when you don't eat for 18 hours a day, you can actually do superhuman things.
Dude, I was actually terrified. I was just gonna pull it. I thought I could do it speed wise, but I was I'm probably 3 to 1 to just get a cramp halfway through and just fall over. No, dude, I'm telling you, we can get you. I hear you. You want to cut out these beige carbs, right? You want to cut out. You're gonna have your last chicken lo mein meal at Christmas, and then you're ready to buckle down. I can tell. I can see it in your eyes.
Yeah, I wish it was. I need a repeatable process for food. That's really my biggest thing. Because when I'm just sitting around and I'm like, man, what should I eat today? It always ends up being pizza or pasta. So I need a planned, repeatable process for food every day, and then I think I can stick to it. If there's a bet, I can stick to it.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, you guys always talk about how good the food scene is in Philly, all the deliver. I mean, there has to be some like good salads and shit, some good like lean proteins and veggie type meals that you could have delivered to your door with all those Amazon packages.
Yeah, I don't like my meat though. Like I don't want somebody to bring me meat in a box delivered. You know what I mean? Like that's not what I'm looking to eat. Like I'm too picky is the problem.
It is. But I mean, we can find you a diet. I'm telling you, the Manz, I want you to get in a bet with your 3 donkeys, and the Manz is going to be your personal coach. They call me Dexa Manz, and we are going to get you on the straight and narrow. We're going to get you shredded. We're going to get you hashtag 6-pack Levitanz, and you're going to own the summer, dude. You're going to just be walking around with your shirt off everywhere. I mean, the ladies, Jerry deserves some washboard abs to rest on, don't you think?
The sick part is that, like, even if I did get in some ridiculous shape, I wouldn't take my shirt off because everything's just covered in hair. So it'd still be humiliating. Nobody would see the 6-pack. It's just covered in hair. It's disgusting.
That's true. Well, you cut it off and then you put it in a nice turkey sandwich with no bread, because we're not doing bread. You're good to go. Okay, someone wants to know, what's the deal with this box right now behind you with wheels? Is it for the kid, for Jerry? People want to know what the deal is with the box.
Yeah, my son got a gift. He's 4. He'll be 4 in March. It's a ridiculous car. It's a Mercedes-Benz GL 450 SUV, has an MP3 jack, a radio that works, LED headlights. Of course, I live in like a small place in the city. There's nowhere for me to keep it. There's also nowhere for him to ride it. There's no chance that I know how to put it together. So it's just an all-out disaster.
Wait, so are you gonna have to pay someone to put that together?
I would. If anybody out there wants to come put it together, you come find me.
Goodness, dude, man, your little kid, dude. He ladies of Philadelphia, watch out, dude. He's gonna be cruising around, bringing chicks back to the crib, dude. You're growing a crusher, dude. A man's after my own heart.
Yeah, congrats to him on the early sex. Yeah, I mean, I drive a Nissan Rogue, you know what I mean? This kid's got a freaking, this car's ridiculous. So yeah, I got to find a place for it though. There's really nowhere to put it. I mean, situation is bad in here. We got, he also got a goldfish as a gift. So now we have Jerry, a goldfish, a 3-year-old, a 1-year-old, me, my wife, Jerry, and the place is like 1,300 square feet or something. So we got a lot of problems in here.
Yeah, you do. But you have, you still somehow have enough money to get, maps of the United States framed, like very nice artwork. I assume that's like 1 out of 100 signed by the artist.
It's 1 out of 100 million you can find on the internet.
Oh, dude, I do have a football question, because you are a man on the ground in Philadelphia. Every morning on Sundays, you go out and you stick your finger up to get the finger on the wind, and you say, yo, Kevin Roth, I know you think you're like the DFS weatherman, but only I'm on the floor in Philadelphia and can tell you how bad these wind gusts are. So with that being said, have you seen this shrine that Chris Long has made in his locker devoted to Nick Foles? It has the Jesus candles, the photos. Have you seen this?
I saw a picture of it. It seems crazy. I haven't read the backstory on it, but I was, thinking about the Ertz situation in the Bible narrative, and like, is this, I mean, Nick Foles is a religious man, but maybe he's not in the same, I don't know anything about religion. Maybe he's not in the same sect as Wentz and Ertz. So now Ertz isn't getting the looks. Maybe Alshon and Big Dick Nick are actually in the same sect of religion, like Protestant, or I don't even know what any of that shit is.
I think you're looking for the word denomination, but I like that you're maybe talking about them. They're like, one's a monogamous Mormon and the other is part of the polyamorous sect of Mormons. Is kind of what you're going for there. I think, Foles, I don't know about his religiosity, but I see that shrine, dude. And I mean, that locker room is rallying behind him.
Yeah.
I love the shrine, dude. I think it bodes well for that offense this week.
Yeah, that's actually one of the most interesting games, I think, because both teams need the game, and the Eagles are so bad in the secondary, and obviously Hopkins and Watson are so sick. It's a really interesting game. And like, we have the Bible narrative and everything. It's that game, and Jets Packers, I think, are really interesting
Well. Look who's finally done talking about pubes and wants to
Yeah,
talk
I don't want to
about
talk about
football.
Yeah.
That's what I. Hey, can you lean in? This just between you and me. No one watches this show. Can you just lean in? What's your lineup, bro? Can you tell me your lineup, dude? Just tell me like a couple plays, dude. I know you're jamming in Robbie Anderson. You're not going to be able to resist him at 4,500, dude. You just plug them in, and we beat people at other spots. We let our opponents make mistakes, okay? We put Robbie Anderson in. He has like 1 million air yards. He has this incredible rapport with Darnold. This is an outtake. This is my conviction play. Producer Luke, do not put this in. I don't want ownership to creep over 30%. Right now on Labs, I have him at 26 to 30%. Please subscribe to Labs. Use promo code #AdamLevitanz. Robbie Anderson will not kill us. It's not like he's dependent on big plays and his quarterback is still Sam Darnold. There's no way it backfires.
There's no way Robbie Anderson can fail. None. You know what? You should do a parody of the solo pod. You might be better at a parody of the solo pod, and you wouldn't need as many sets.
Let's just go from you are telling me I need to retire this bit to asking me to do a direct parody of you. Someone wants it so bad, dude. You're talking about out of both sides of your ass.
When you do kill this bit, how are you gonna kill him? Because that's gonna be epic. Like you have to like think of some way to really do it well.
Dude, you are so insensitive. You just asked me how I'm gonna kill myself. Okay, this is a DFS show, dude. The man's is gonna live forever. He's gonna outlive us all. I'm gonna be cruising around with your son in his Mercedes Benz long after you have taken your eternal dirt nap. So don't you worry about that.
Yeah, I actually don't want to be buried in the dirt. I actually want to be. Do you know what a mausoleum is? I think that's what it's called.
A mausoleum, yeah, dude.
A mausoleum. Yeah, because who wants to be underground? You know what I mean? Like, I understand you're dead and everything, but I don't want bugs and rats and stuff going after me, you know?
So as part of your, because I assume those are big chunk of change. I mean, one of those things, well, I guess it depends. Do you want your own? The Adam Levitanz I know would not want to take his eternal death nap next to other individuals. I figure you would have like your own erect mausoleum with just you in it.
No, I was thinking like a tower of just like dead bodies, but above ground.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll just, put you in there with the rest of the cash game chalk donkeys, like a little shrine to what killed DFS. All you guys at all your high floor plays. Dude. Okay. I actually, you are, you have some relationship with DraftKings. And despite this sweater I'm wearing, I have lots of beefs with them, and I'm trying to like run a few things up to the top. I was wondering if I could just run a few things by you that you could maybe pass along.
This is about your name, right? And last year when you asked me about this, I told them they have no idea who you are. But this year, they actually do, because they saw the audition tape the people at DraftKings did, and they loved it, and they made a special note for me to tell you how much they love the audition tape. So now they know who you are. Now you might actually have a chance to get your name changed.
Well, here's what you can go back and tell them. You can say, that's really nice, but go fuck yourselves until you change my username. Hey, Jason Robbins, if you're watching, bro, my username is an anagram for some chump's name that he made back during the second Clinton administration. If anything, I'm trying to be more transparent. I want it to say in big, bold lettering, the Manz, okay? I want a special, I'm typeface. People need to know when they're about to be crushed. How is transparency not good for the game, Adam?
What is it? What is your name referred to anyway? Revert Z Top? What does that even mean?
I'll never tell. It's an anagram, okay? For maybe my producer's name, okay? All right. This was back when I like how my producer's mindset when he made that account was like that he needed to, hide his identity. He was so fearful of being associated with you DFS scumbags that he felt embarrassed to even put his real name. So now I'm stuck with it. And you know what? If you want a power move, FanDuels a few years back let me change mine. FanDuels. That's what you're working. This is why you're going to lose the DFS race to your DraftKings, because Yahoo's giving away $250,000 every other week, like it grows on trees. FanDuel's letting crushers change their usernames. And what have you done for me lately, DraftKings? What have you done?
Have you clicked on your rewards to get your crowns today?
Can someone tell me what a mission is, dude? I like missionary sex. I mean, I do not know how to do these things. I have all these crowns. I am like a king. And I mean, I just want to like cash it in for a DraftKings ornament. And I don't even know how to do that. Oh, geez. Actually, I do have a few other things. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Could you ask them to change the tight end position to a fullback slot?
They wouldn't score that much worse. Who are the top 3 fullbacks right now? Devlin,
Juszczyk,
and with Zach Line, maybe.
Zach Line has gotten a few. Yeah. Patrick DeMarco is always in the mix a little bit. I mean, there's a lot of crushers out there, dude. Shout out to Kyle Juszczyk's making a Pro Bowl, dude. Follow him on Instagram. Has a super hot girlfriend. I also follow on Instagram. Great family. Very happy for them.
Wow.
When are you going to get on Instagram, dude? You would kill with all these dog pics, dude. That's what it's built for.
You know, I wouldn't even know what to post, you know, like, what am I going to post? Me sitting at my desk? You know, I don't do anything. What am I going to post on Instagram?
Yeah. How do you get away with saying your audit team smell the roses, all this stuff? I love life experiences. You always talk about this one time 8 years ago, you bought an aphrodisiac dinner for your wife. Like you've been coasting on like 2 smell the roses moments for ages. You need to get out of that apartment, start living your life, dude. You know what? I'm trying to go to Machu Picchu this summer. You want to go hike Machu Picchu, get some Instagrams?
No, I'm not even kidding. That's on my, you've heard that's on my list. I mean, that Kilimanjaro is the 2 things that we should do, and the rafting down the Colorado River through the Grand Canyon. Those are the 3 things that I really want to do. I
like it, dude. What if we do a prop, first one to climb Mount Kilimanjaro? We just start at the base.
Just start running.
Just start running. But no, yeah, let's, we need to get you out there. You know, maybe that's what it is. Maybe this year's Broathlon is just getting on that luxury train car to Machu Picchu, getting loaded on champagne and enjoying the ruins.
Dude, this is a great idea because like when I ask for a week away from my wife and 2 kids and all my responsibility, I don't want to do it fucking drinking vodka and spinning around a bat. You know what I mean? I want to do something cool. So the idea should be this year for the Broathlon, you know, that's cool, but we have to do like a life experience trip, not a fucking, you know, shoot 3-pointers against Peter Jennings. That's not how I want to spend my off time.
No, dude, I just got it. All right. So the 4 of us, we go to Peru, we do Machu Picchu, but the Broathlon is all 4 of us get a shaman and do ayahuasca, and the last one to throw up wins.
Yes. Dude,
I
do want to do ayahuasca. I mean, I first heard about it on the Stern show. Robin did it, and it sounded insane. And then obviously this psychopath Chirp Herm, I did his show last week, and he did it. I mean, yeah, everybody says it's like life altering and everything, and yeah, throwing up never bothered me. So yeah, I'm 100% in.
Yeah, you guys thought I was throwing hard balls at Levitanz? Go watch his show with Chip Herms, dude. Guy point blank asked him about his sex life. I mean, talk about the cojones on that, dude. There you go, Chip Herms. There's 100 views for you. People coming over to hear you ask your questions. Chip, shout out Chip, dude. He asked the hard questions.
Yeah, he's one of the sickest fucks on the internet for sure.
That's right. That's right. All right, dude. I like this plan, dude. I've watched a few documentaries about ayahuasca. I personally don't feel like there's anything I need to purge myself of, but I would do it just to get like hella lifted, dude, and like in touch with nature and Mother Earth.
Yeah, we had a good hike in Vegas. People don't know Red Rock Canyon in Vegas. It's a beautiful place.
That was nice, dude. That was very, and I was, it's crazy how quickly you can get out of Vegas, out of the lights, out of the manufactured steel prison that this world has created for us, and into the beautiful nature, and just go on a hike with your bro before you clear your mind to crush the gambling Olympics. I mean, that was the secret to our success.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually, in all seriousness, I love going there every time I go to Vegas. I can't just sit in the casino or whatever the whole time. I definitely can't drink the whole time, which was what was going on with the Broathlon situation. Okay,
dude, we are winding down here. Oh, there was one other thing I wanted you to run up the chain of command at DraftKings. I refresh my email every morning, just waiting for an email being like, yo, Manz, we have a box seat at Foxborough for you. We love everything you've done for our site and for our brand, and you're just such a great ambassador. Here's a couple box seat tickets on us. Why haven't I gotten the CSU Ram 88s treatment from DraftKings yet?
I believe that those invites are strictly tied to the amount of crowns that you accrue.
Bro, I got crowns coming out of my ears, dude. What, you're saying that my $10 GPP I host each week isn't enough volume to move the needle for DraftKings?
Honestly, it should be. I mean, when people make a lineup for the Manz GPP, they're not just playing the Manz GPP. They're putting that lineup in a bunch of other stuff. So yeah, you're definitely generating revenue.
That's right. That's right. And hey, let's not let the DFS Edge listeners off the hook. You guys didn't fill last week either.
Yeah. 96, 96. Is it? Does the Manz also like 96, 96, or is only 69, 69?
That's a good question, right? Because 69 has become the iconic number of our generation, and yet 96 implies the same perfectly symmetrical, like, let's not beat around the bush, dude. There's your face on the bush, her face on your bush, and it's just as true for 96 as it is for 69, dude. I think you just created a new thing, dude. We need to start pointing out 96 instances. I think that's our goal.
Yeah. And instead of nice, you got to come up with something more original. I mean, it's enough already with this nice thing. It's not funny. Every time somebody sends a tweet with 69 in it, nice, 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 nice. You know what I mean? It's stupid.
All right. New thing, 96. And you just write sup. 96, sup. Okay.
I like that.
That's what it is. That's the new thing. Everyone in the chat, type 96 up. Adam, for a show where we did not talk hardly any football, we had very good viewer retention rates, dude. I mean, I'm seeing this chat. It's hovering around 73 the whole show. I would love to get it up to 96 up, but it's still getting it done.
Let this be a lesson. Nobody gives a shit about the fucking slate, okay? Let this be a lesson.
Dude, if you didn't have the slate, Adam, what would you be? How many of those followers would just desert you in a split second? You might have a bigger following than me, but the people are here for the Man's experience and my picks, but also the Man's experience. Don't know where your bread is buttered, Adam. It's the slate. It's the slate.
I didn't say, okay, what I meant is not the slate doesn't matter, period. The Man's shouldn't be breaking down the fight. That shouldn't be the Man's thing, shouldn't be breaking down the slate every week. This is not a place where people come to break down the slate. This is a place where they come to see you do this fucking ridiculous bit for the 10,000th time.
You give me a lot to think about. Last year you claimed, it was when we were doing the show, that my approach to the 69 challenge, and this is a very nice organic segue, it was flawed. And I have been in the lab. I've been playing the 69 challenge, and I legit think you're wrong. I think the way you win the 69 challenge is you build a tournament lineup and you try to spike, because what happens when you go studs and duds is I'm often having overlap with the high-end cash game studs my opponent's playing, and I'm not able to get an edge. So I'm better off going for like a heavy stat core opponents. Oh, did I freeze there?
Yeah, you buffered. Yeah. I don't think that's the worst idea. Yeah. I mean, you need a really differentiated lineup. You can't overlap is terrible when you're down 3 players.
That's right. So do you accept the 69 challenge for this week, week 16, you chalk donkey?
Sure. How much are we playing for?
How about loser chugs a...
Now you're buffering really hard.
Eggnog. Damn it. Why am I buffering? All right. I think we're good. What are we playing for? What do you want to play for? And realize I've only won once all year versus Davis Maddox. Shout out Davis. Check out the Takecast. I would love to, dude, if you lose to me, you got to drink a glass of eggnog.
Oh, God, that's awful. That's awful.
Yeah, but you shouldn't lose. You have nine players. I only have 6.
You're right. I shouldn't. Okay, fine.
Okay. All right. And what do you want me to do if you beat me?
Pube sandwich.
Those steaks are not commensurate with each other. I eat pube sandwiches every day for breakfast, dude. It doesn't move the needle.
I'll think about it and I'll get back to you because I need to think of something good and equal.
Okay. All right, dude. Thank you to Adam Levitanz for coming on the program, the 3rd annual Manz Levitanz Extravaganza. Thank you to the chat for checking in. You assholes better fill the Manz GPP this week. The link's down below. I think we actually only have a few more slots left out of the 75. I know there's slots remaining in the listener league for the DFS Edge. Is that correct, Adam?
Oh, I'm sure I haven't looked, but yeah, I mean, it's very unlikely that thing is going to fill.
Dude, do you people do not understand? I shot off like 10 tweets on Sunday morning. It was the most demoralizing, tilting experience of my life trying to get that thing filled. Adam's out here having to do request tweets, trying to fill a contest. Don't make us send tweets to fill a contest. It destroys your soul. Am I correct?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why you do it. I just don't care. I mean, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's cool. 10,000 people in the listener league is cool. It's an awesome tournament for sure. But yeah, I mean, whether it fills or not, you know.
All right, there you go. Adam's very tepid. Hashtag make it bigger. Actually, please don't. All right, dudes. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm not sure what the schedule will be going forward. Last year I did some playoff shows. Maybe we'll get Johnny Bales back on again. So yeah, we'll keep the Manz Makers going as long as there's some DFS action to have an excuse to do this show, because now apparently I don't talk about DFS on my DFS show anymore because Awesomos doesn't want to talk about it, because Adam Levitanz doesn't want to talk about it. And yeah, so now we're just like the fucking Mark Maron of DFS. All right, everybody. We thank you, Adam. Adam, where can people find you? Can we plug your YouTube? I don't even think you need 100 subscribers to get a vanity URL. You don't even have a vanity URL, so maybe we have to read off. It's like /ZTZ649. Do you want to read off your URL for your YouTube?
Oh God, I'm so far behind, man. Imagine if I would have actually started YouTube a while ago. I might have actually had something.
All right, guys. Hashtag get Adam to 96 followers. Hashtag sup. Thank you guys for tuning in this week. Love you all. Get paid, get laid. Good luck in week